Hi, this is Renee Rogers. I'm the librarian at Steiner High School, and I would like to take just 10 minutes of your time today to tell you about the EBSCO host databases that we have access to through the state library in all of our schools. And I just want to show you how to access them so you can do some research on professional topics like classroom management that you're working on today, and also how you might be able to use them with some of the upper level world language students and have them looking for magazine and news articles and images in their language of study. So my contact information is here on this first slide. Feel free to jot that down. My email address is rrogers. My extension is 3424. And because I'm going so quickly, I fully expect you to have questions. So please feel free to reach out to me. I also have a link to the slides here at the top. It's a shortened is good URL. It's is.gd /EBSCO in all uppercase _101. And if you go to that site, you will get right into our Google Slides, and it will look like this. And I've enabled commenting. So if you click on the comments button on any slide, you can leave questions and comments for me, and I will get back to you, and everyone can see that for the good of the order. So if you have any comments and questions, please add them to the slides, and we can have a kind of virtual asynchronous conversation ongoing about this as you choose to use it for yourself or for your students in the future. Our quick little 10-minute agenda is I want to show you how to access the EBSCO databases and log in, and I want to very briefly show you some of the EBSCO products. So if you are not already at a laptop, now would be a good time to get one. We're going to go to search.ebscohost.com. So if you need to get laptops at this point, please pause the presentation and come back to me with a browser open. Here's my tab. Okay, so we're going to search.ebscohost.com. And if you look at the slides, I have the username and password there for Steiner. Now, each school should have its own unique username and password, but because these databases are paid for by the state library for our district as a whole, they're all basically the same account. So feel free to continue to use Steiner's login. It's Hamilton East, all one word, all lowercase as the username, and the password is Steiner, again, all lowercase. So I'll go ahead and put that in, Hamilton East, Steiner, and go ahead and click login. Right, from this page, you can see all of the different portals that are available through EBSCO and the state libraries. The one we'll be using today is EBSCO Host Web. If you draw your eye down just a little bit, you'll see that EBSCO Host is also available in Spanish, French, and German. So if you want to have some of your upper-level students in there searching, this is the portal that they would use. If you scroll down a little bit more, and I'm going to mispronounce this, but Referencia Latina is another portal that's a little bit more visual. I'm going to click in that and just show you very quickly. You do not need to click in, just follow along with your eyes. There's a search bar at the top. There's also a visual search area. So if I wanted to search for articles with my students or have students search, we could click on arts and literature, and maybe we could go to dance. And now I've got 30,000 different types of articles here. Some of them are going to be newspapers, some of them are going to be magazines, professional publications. There may be some academic research in here too. I can change the dates, so I can get more recent articles if I want by changing the date range over here. Once I find an article that I like, I can go to the complete text in PDF form, so the students can see the articles exactly as they appear in the foreign language magazines. So just note that this resource is available to you and your students. As you'll see, some options are popping up. They can save a copy of the article locally. They can print it out. There's another print option over here. There's a download option for the PDF, so they can have access to it when they're not signed in after they find the articles. They can also have it emailed to you or to themselves through EBSCO by clicking on the email link. Again, if you have any questions about this, just know as we go through, you can leave me any questions in the slides, or you can always go ahead and call me. I'm going to back out now and shift gears so I can show you how to use the EBSCO Host Web interface for your own use for professional development research. So go ahead and click on EBSCO Host Web. Here we can choose different subject databases. I'm going to scroll down and click Teacher Reference Center and ERIC, the Education Resource Information Center. I'm going to go ahead and click Continue. And now there's a few options that I want to do before I put in my search terms. If you'll remember from your college or grad work days, we want to use a Boolean or phrase search. We want to limit our results to full text. And let's limit our results to the last 5 years or so. We're going to do 2010 to 2016. And now I did a few test searches, and I found a phrase that came up instead of classroom management. The articles were talking a lot about classroom environment. So up here in the search box, I am typing in quotation marks classroom environment. And I'm putting it in quotation marks so the database will treat that phrase as one single unit. So it's going to find me articles that say classroom environment spelled the way I spell it, and exactly as a phrase. And let's link behavior. And we're going to use a Boolean operator here and A&D in between our search terms. We could also use or if we're coming up a lot of searches that are unrelated, we can eliminate a term by putting any terms after the word not. So let's go ahead and do an and search. We're looking for classroom environment as a phrase and behavior. And now you can see I have 297 results. So if I look on my left-hand side, I don't want to go through 297 articles individually. So let's see how we can limit it. We can limit our search over here by source type. We can just get professional journals. We can get reports, maybe conference proceedings, government reports, or we can limit it to academic journals. If we click on subject, we can also, and let's show more here, we can also limit our results by subject. So we can limit it by student behavior. We can click off behavior problems, maybe classroom techniques. Okay, and scroll down. There are a lot of different limiters that we can choose based on subject. Let's also do United States and click update. Right, I'm down a little bit. I'm down to 168. So I can keep doing that. I can add or change terms up here. And once I find an article that I'm interested in, I can go ahead and click on the title. It's going to get me a detailed record of it. Now, some of the articles are going to have a PDF link over here, and some of them I'm going to have to go out to ERIC to get the full text. So you'll see it here under availability. If you click out here to ERIC and look over on the right-hand side, you'll see download full text, and then I can get the full text of the article. Now, I know that I went through this very quickly, but my screencasting is limited to 10 minutes. So please feel free to rewatch this video. I'm going to save it and put a link on that first slide for you. And feel free to ask me questions either via email or within the Google Slides. Thank you so much for your time, and ciao.